3, 2, 1. Liftoff of the Falcon 9.
Vehicles pitching downrange.
Stage 1 props nominal. Stage 1 entry startup. Stage 1 is transonic. Stage 1 landing weird startup. Stage 1 landing leg deploying.
Falcon 9 has landed.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, good morning. As you can see on the pad, we've got the Red Giant, and yes, this is in fact the same Red Giant that we had Kato recently. You may notice a slight color variance in the bottom tube. It's as close as I could get, but the whole bottom section is brand new tubing with a new vinyl wraparound decal that I created. I did my best to replicate the original, but again, it came out a little bit darker, darker hue than the original, but you know, it's better than throw it in the trash, right? So here we are with a, I guess you could call it a re-maiden, sort of a new rocket. Flying it on a C63, running a 30-inch parachute, and I've got the Jolly Logic 2 up in the nose cone. Now today's going to be a struggle because it's completely overcast, so I can't promise it's going to be good videography up at altitude, but I'll do my best. But yeah, right now the winds are absolutely calm, so it's a perfect time to go. So we're arming the igniter. Okay, we are going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. The rocket is back. Nice. Ta-da! All right, let's go get it. I was a little nervous there. It looked like it might have got a little hang up on the chute. And I did wrap it pretty tightly because to get a 30-inch in that tube, you gotta wrap the shroud lines pretty tightly around the material, but it came out, and that's the important thing. And the rocket held together. That's awesome. Okay, there's our altimeter. It came out of the nose cone, but it's attached, so we're fine there. In fact, let's just make sure it's scrolling some data. Yeah, it's got data on it. That's good. Okay. Why is it wearing it like a blanket? Must be cold. There she is. Now, I will tell you, no secret here, you might see the warps in this transition piece here. That got overheated in the Kato, and it warped it. And I had to heat it back a little bit to straighten it because the tube was crooked. But it worked. I will tell you, it came off the pad real slow. I don't know if you noticed that. I usually fly this on a C53, but I'm running low on those, so I went back to a C63, and you could definitely see the difference. But we've got success there, so awesome. The Red Giant is back. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, next up we've got the Max Q Rockets NASA SLS, and we're running this one on an E12-4 and a 36-inch parachute. I am running 2 altimeters up there on the top. I'm running the Jolly Logic 2 and the RFC. I will say that the main purpose of this flight is to check the stability on that fin can. I just want to verify that maybe by adding that second altimeter up there, we're going to get a little bit more nose weight and therefore a little bit more stability. So I'm hoping that we don't get any corkscrews on the way up. So that's pretty much the goal of this flight. Yeah, and just to have fun. Just beautiful day again. A little cloudy. Actually, it's kind of breaking up. So hopefully that'll continue on and we'll have clear skies here pretty soon. So the winds are dead calm. The igniter is armed. SLS on a E12-4 going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. And it tracks straight. Notice that? No corkscrews. So that definitely is the ticket. Get some more nose weight up in there and she'll smooth right out. Coming down nicely under a 36-inch parachute. Oh, that was beautiful. So stable. Hopefully it'll touch down soft enough to not harm those fins. A little bit of a drift there. There's a little bit of a breeze I felt. So there's evidence of it. Alright, we got touchdown. Alright, let's go see what those fins look like. The rocket did land pretty vertical. Like it wasn't, I don't think it was dragging sideways at all. Yeah, hopefully it touched down soft enough to not have snapped anything. But no, as evidence in the video, that was a perfectly straight climb up. So we're back to stability again. You just got to remember to run enough nose weight up there to compensate for the fin can. So, and I've got 2 altimeters on board for comparison, so that'll be fun to check out. Okay, still I can't tell yet if the fins are okay. They kind of look okay, to be honest with you, from a distance. Okay, rocket looks good. We found the one little bush. That's like the Christmas, the Charlie Brown Christmas tree we found. And check it out, guys. The fins survived. Awesome. Yeah, look, the one little bush here in the rock patch, and it's leaning up against it. Oh, what a good feeling. Beautiful flight. Everything worked perfectly. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, next up, the big boy. We got the Falcon Heavy on the pad, running on an E12-4, and I've got a 30-inch parachute in there, and I've got 3 altimeters. I've got the Jolly Logic 2, the RFC, and I've got the Ion. And yes, I've got my receiver with a charged speaker, so hopefully we'll get some good audible readback on the altitude. So the skies are still kind of clearing on us, a little bit more blue up in there. Winds are dead calm still. Let me arm the altimeter. Okay, hopefully we'll get some audio and we'll go from there. Skies are clear, winds are calm.
Altimeter ready for launch.
Okay, we are good to go. We are launching in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Feet. High altitude 240.
Oh, we got a snag. Oh no, we got a snag on the chute. Oh man. It was perfect too, up until that point. Doggone it. Well, everything worked perfectly until the chute got stuck. Oh man, what a bummer. Okay, well let's go see what we got. Man, you talk about bad luck. That was a perfect flight. Chute came out, it even opened. And then I don't know if it was the nose cone or what got trapped up in it and it collapsed the chute. Oh man, talk about bad luck. Well, as long as the brakes were clean brakes, she can be repaired, because I've done that before. So, oh my goodness, something's going on down there. Maybe they're they're responding to the crash, guys. Uh-oh. Oh, no, okay. Oh. Well, sounds like the electronics are doing their job. The rocket, like I said, the brakes are clean. If you look at the snap lines, they're straight. So that's a positive sign. We do have the engine bell right there. Well, okay, so that fin survived. The fin survived, if that's a positive. That support was a clean brake. See, that brake is clean, so it'll couple back together nicely in glue. Looks like I'm missing a fin grid. I'll have to do some searching around for the smaller stuff that may have popped off, but yeah, you know, well, believe it or not, it could be worse. It really could be worse. So but now I got a project to go home to, so anyway, we'll get some data off this, and oh, so frustrating. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, not to be undeterred. That last flight, that's what gets under your skin, you know, because you do everything right, the rocket does everything right, and you just get a snag. And what happened was the nose cone got caught up in the parachute and just collapsed it basically. So just one of those things. It's rare, but you know, it happens. So, but the good news is everything was a clean break. It will be rebuilt easy enough, and you will see the Falcon Heavy fly yet again, so no worries there. Okay, all that being said, what's up next? We've got the Hi-Flier XL. Haven't flown this one in a while, and this is an ACE test with some new programming on the RFC. So that's the goal of this one, to get the ACE deployment. If it doesn't, we still have the backup in the main body tube there. We're flying this one on an E12.6, And you're like, why is 6-second delay? Because I want the ACE to have first right of refusal. If the ACE doesn't deploy, then we'll have the backup. But if all goes well, the ACE will deploy, and then on the way down, we'll get the backup chute deployment, which would be cool. Running all 3 altimeters up in the nose for comparison, and a onboard camera. And like a friend of mine likes to say, I've got everything but the kitchen sink up there. I realize this is a weight issue. It's a heavy rocket, as is. You know, I'm not looking at breaking any altitude records here, but we do need to test the equipment out. So, okay, scanning the skies real quick. Look at that. It is really turning blue, so this is going to help us out. All right, no aircraft in the sky. Winds are still dead calm. Let me go ahead and arm my altimeter. 0272. Okay, so we should get the alert. Okay, the light is on for the launch, the igniter. Just waiting for the command, but all is ready to go.
Altimeter ready for launch.
Okay, we are going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
100 feet. Altimeter ready for launch.
All right, well, good news, bad news. The good news is the ACE worked. The bad news is the backup didn't deploy. I heard it eject. But it's coming down under a successful ACE deployment. Perfect.
100 feet. Altimeter ready for launch.
That's
launch. 500 feet.
Okay, I don't know what it's jabbering about.
800 feet.
What in the world?
1100 feet.
I don't know what he's jabbering about.
1400 feet.
Oh my goodness, is it climbing to 1400 feet?
1700
What in the world?
2000 feet. 2200
Look, it's still climbing.
2400 feet.
What in the world?
2700 feet. 2900 feet.
Okay, well, that's ridiculous.
3000 feet.
Okay, we'll let him keep jabbering on.
3200 feet. 3400 feet.
I don't know what he's doing. I wonder if it sustained any damage in that last crash. It's possible, I suppose. But like I said, the good news is, in the onboard camera will verify at apogee the ACE did deploy, which is a good thing because the backup didn't do nothing. Looks like we might have snapped a fin. Yeah, we did snap a fin. Yeah, it's still chirping like it wants to go. You can see the notch mark is no longer in alignment, so we did have ACE deployment. Let me get the camera turned off. Okay, camera's off. Yeah, we did snap the fin. Clean brake though. We'll just get some glue back up in that joint. It's not the first time it's been glued. I don't know what's going on with that ion, but well, at least we'll have the RFC and the Jolly Logic 2 to compare. But I'm happy to see the ACE did its job. We got the parachute out. Going home on a good note. And again, don't worry about the Falcon Heavy. It will be rebuilt and fly again, so no worries there. So all in all, a great day.